Welcome, Henning here. Sadly, not with Raphael Cano. Why is Raphael Cano relevant to this kind of video? Well, Raphael and I, we are doing a songwriting course. We've been working on it for half a year. We're going to work on it a lot longer. It's going to be a massive course in hopefully 4 parts. Hours on songwriting, loads of stuff on harmony, loads of stuff on lyric writing, loads of stuff on melody writing, how to incorporate, what to start with, how to be motivated, how to be inspired, what topics to pick, blah, 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 everything. But building up to that course, I want to look at your songs. This is why you guys, loads of you, have sent me songs, and we're going to look at them. And this is not about trashing anyone's song. This is about looking at it, saying, oh, you did this great. You could work on this a little bit. What's happening here with the lyrics that could have been done a little bit better? From someone who's been doing it for over 30 years now. Holy fuck, I'm old. From someone who did go to Berklee College of Music, studied contemporary writing and production and music synthesis, from someone who's done countless albums with who knows who. And then, you've got Rafa on the other side, who's a songwriter and who's done a lot of stuff in a lot of different styles. We got a little bit of experience. So it's not about trashing your stuff. It's about sharing our experience. That being said, this is not about your production. This is not about your performance. If you sing like crap, as long as I can hear the melody, it's good. This is about the song. Now, what is a song? That's cold. A song is a melody, a set of lyrics, if it's not an instrumental, and chords. Those three things are a song. What you then do with it in an arrangement, that's a completely different thing. That's arrangement. Arrangement is what instruments play what notes, and then what sounds do those instruments have. Well, that's production, in a way, okay? So, arrangement and production go hand in hand, obviously, and then there's the mix. But arrangement, production, and the mix have nothing to do with the song. The song can be done on an acoustic like this amazing Halabiza here, Halabiza. Then you take it to a producer who hopefully knows what they're doing. We'll look at song number 1 today, which actually doesn't have a lot wrong with it at all. It's actually a pretty amazing song with a pretty great production, if I might say so. It is called Fly. It says Arendt. Maybe by Arendt. I have email addresses here, so I don't even know who you people are, which is fine. I have stems here, so that's kind of cool. Maybe at a later date we'll look at it and maybe, try some things with bass movement, whatever. But we're going to look at the basic song first. So, for that, we together will listen to it, and then I'll make some comments. We'll also talk about how you deliver your song ideas to someone like me who wants to talk about them. Sending me a WAV file, okay. Am I supposed to listen to the lyrics and figure them out? Am I supposed to figure out the chords? How do you communicate your song to a producer, your band members, all that stuff we'll talk about too. Lead sheets, highly important, and what they say. So if we actually look at this lead sheet, look at this. Song title, key, not a bad idea. We have part labels. We have intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, MI, musical interlude maybe. This gives me a lot of information already. I have the chords above the lyrics. That gives me a lot of information. With this alone, I have a very good start producing it if the songwriter is sitting next to me. So work on your communication of your music. So let's listen to this thing.
Take my hand, hold it tight, close your eyes, it's alright. It's alright. Spread your wings, feel the air, hold your breath, just fly somewhere. take flight and realize that you don't need those crutches anymore. At your side, they don't worry, they just fly. They just fly. It's your nature, it's inside. Take control, let go and try. Take flight, realize that you don't need those crutches. And now look down, see the town below, and don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. Your wings take flight, realize that you don't need those crutches. And now look down, see the town below, don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. And don't pretend it's not your time to let it go.
There is a lot to love here, okay? Tons of stuff. And please take into account that whatever I'm saying is obviously just one guy's opinion, okay? There are songs out there that are technically pretty horrible. Lyrically, Zombie, for example, from the Cranberries. Just arranging-wise, there's crap music out there that's actually really good. So technically it's bad, but still a good song. So these are just ideas. And whatever I say that you don't understand is very likely going to be covered in the course. Well, I'm not going to make it too complicated, but let's look at chords. Now, he did very, very, very little. This is literally a 1-4-5 song. And he did amazing stuff with it. He did amazing material with 1-4-5. What does 1-4-5 mean? Well, when in B flat, the one chord is B flat, the 4 is E flat, the 5 is F. There's actually G minor. Well, that makes sense. Which is the relative, I think it's relative, yes, the relative minor to B flat. So in B flat major, we have a whole bunch of chords. We got B flat major, we got C minor, we get D minor, we get E flat major, F major, G minor, and A minor half diminished, A minor flat 5. Those are the chords within the key. And he used, as far as I can see, 4 of them, except for one little chord in the end, which is extremely clever. Maybe here or there, he could have done a little bit more to keep it more interesting and throw some curveballs. He could have probably kept the chord progression the way he has it, but just probably work with a different bass line. For example, in the verse, let's see. Take my hand, hold it tight, close your eyes. So put the B flat in the bass. Close here. Spread your wings, feel the air. Maybe then spread your wings, like put the D in the bass, for example. Spread your wings, feel the air. Then the F, hold your breath. So just arranging. That actually, the question is that arranging or is that songwriting? Well, because it's actually a chord thing, tough. I think it could be both. It's a gray area in between. But for example, spread your wings and hold it. Feel the air, hold your breath, just fly some. All I'm doing is taking the chord tones of the B flat, and then the B. Okay, fly somewhere. So he's got a very monotonous, low melody going on. Take my hand, hold it tight. Rhythmically, melodic rhythm. Single syllable words, beautiful. He's establishing a motif. Close your eyes, same thing. It's alright. So again, 3 syllables, but over 2 words. It's alright. Spread your wings, feel the air, hold your breath, just fly. So forget about the just, fly somewhere. So motif-wise and metric rhythm-wise, when we look at the verse, perfectly done. Absolutely perfectly done. So very, very, very simple. Just 2 chords, and it is the 1 chord and the 4 chord, and that's very, very common. I mean, when you think about it, by the way, this guitar is freaking redonkulous. It also has a thing on the back. Got it from my new friends from Halabica, from Slovakia, and it is literally one of the finest acoustics I've ever played, if not the finest acoustic. I'm gonna write a shit ton of songs on this. It's also $8,000, but holy crap! So. It's the typical. You know, the 1 to the 4. We've heard it a million times. He's just doing it with a lot of space. So the arrangement really helps to just keep it floating. It is called fly. Now talk about prosody. I'm throwing a lot of words at you, and trust me, I will explain all of these. Should you later on decide to get our course, we will really go into this shit in detail for hours. Prosody is making something sound like the meaning is. That's a very bad description. When you hear, it's called flight. He wrote me fly. Well, flight, fly. What are you thinking of? Light, floaty, floating in the air. That song has to sound like this. It can't be a rock. It can't be. Doesn't make sense, okay? So it really sounds like the title and what he's saying. Also, going to the 4 helps. Why? Well, because the 4, let's take this, is actually very, very, very floaty. If this was the 4. With a sharp 11, major 7. 4 is a super undetermined chord. So we got the doesn't want to go anywhere, but also doesn't want to be on itself. It's just it's alright. Perfect. Prosody, it's alright. It needs to be hugging you because he's saying it's alright. So what does he do? He goes back to the 1. It's alright. So again, prosody, he's saying it's alright, but then the music makes you feel, I'm coming back home. Okay? Spread your wings through the air, hold your breath, just fly somewhere. I think he's going back to the 1 there, isn't he? So then we go to the G minor, which is a substitute for the 1. So if you have the 1, the 6 minor, in this case G minor, has the same function. So take your time, it's your call. If you fall, or is it? Catch if you fall. No. Oh, I fall. So again, floaty, falling, makes sense. And then we get to the chorus. In arranging wise, what he did, is amazing because the whole band is dropping out. Now let go. Prosody. Oh my God, this is brilliant. Now let go. Meaning the band lets go. You let go of all the stuff that's holding you together, all the low end, the drums, the percussion. You're letting go of it, and all of a sudden everything gets elevated to very, very light. Because he's saying, now let go, and he does musically let go of the ties of the band. Again, prosody. Did he do this instinctively or purposefully? We never know. You know, he can say he did it, but we don't know. There's a lot of stuff that people do instinctively that is just right for the song, and this was absolutely right. So, now let go. And he comes back, so he's actually starting on the 5. Now let go. Go. Which is weird to start on the 5, because it wants to go home, but... Okay. Now, could he have gone on the 2 there? On the E flat. The E flat is the 4, and the substitute for the 4 is the 2 minor. So maybe that could have been cool. Let's try this. Now let go, realize maybe. I also am not super excited about the realize, because he's stressing the eyes, and it's realize. Realize that you don't. I think that would have been better. So now let go, spread your wings and flight. Realize that you don't that you don't need those. Realize that you don't need those. How is he singing that? How is he singing that?
It's alright. Spread your wings, feel the air. Hold your breath, just fly somewhere. Fly somewhere. Take your time, it's your call, but I'm here to catch you if you fall. Now let go, spread your wings, take flight, and realize that you don't need those crutches anymore.
So, okay, you could have done, now let go, spread your wings, take flight. Realize that you don't need those crutches, and that's weird. Realize that you don't need those crutches. Realize that you don't realize that you realize. No, it's too much. Realize that you don't need. No, that's weird. It's don't really have an answer there. Maybe see that you don't need the crutches in, because realize just rubs me the wrong way. See that you don't need those crutches anymore. But you could do see that you don't need those. See that you don't need. Why am I'm not feeling the rhythm there. See that you don't need those crutches and okay. Next flight. See that you don't need those crutches any. So you could actually on crutches go minor. See that so E flat major. See that you don't need those crutches anymore. Just if I wanted to change something, not super necessary. And then we go back to the 2 chords and back to. He also takes the voice up quite a bit. Also, something that he does extremely right is in the verse, starting on the downbeats. Okay, take my hand, hold it tight, close your eyes, it's alright. Okay, so he's starting the verses on the downbeats, but then in the chorus, if you did the same thing, it would feel too much like the verse or the pre-chorus. So the chorus is now let go, and the go is now let go. So he has a pickup. So the chorus does not start on the 1, it starts before the 1. So there's contrast between the chorus and the verse. And then verse again, see the birds at your side, 1 syllable words, perfect. They don't worry, they just fly, same thing. It's your nature, it's inside, take control, let's go and try. Fly, try, he's got air somewhere, tight, all right. Side and inside in verse 2 isn't the best rhyme. Also, if we look at rhyming patterns, verse 1 has a, tight, all right, air somewhere, B rhyme, AABB. Verse 2 has a ABAB rhyme. A little bit weird. Would have made sense to stay with AABB to keep the pattern. Songwriting is all about patterns and making sure that you repeat the pattern that you established. But we'll forgive him for this. Take your time, it's your call, but I'm here to catch you if you fall. Beautifully done. Repeating the falling idea. And then he first had a half chorus, form-wise, absolutely amazing. Tease at the chorus, but then go back. And now do the same thing again. Look down below. He changes the melody a little bit. Don't pretend it's not your time. It's not your time to let it go. Don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. Maybe there, the C minor would have been a better idea than the F. I'll look down, see the time below. Don't pretend it's not your time to let it. Yeah, I mean the F goes to the B flat, I get that. But maybe, don't pretend it's not your time to let it. Time to let it. F with A in the bass. Pretend it's not your time to let it go. In the end, it's worse than it is here, but look at the sentence. Don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. Okay, the sentence, it's tough. The sentence says, it is his time to let go. He's just denying it. So technically you should let go. Letting go means resolving on the 1. You can't see anything I'm doing there, right? That is amazing. This video is killer. I'm learning. It'll get better. Saying don't let go, not your time to let it go, would mean for me not going back to the 1. So it's tough because the sentence says it is time to let go. He's just pretending it's not. So, but that would mean I'm not letting go. Don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. Let it go. You're not resolving it. Could work. But again, it's a tough sentence. So we're doing the whole thing again, but then he brilliantly goes, don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. How is he singing that?
Now let go, spread your wings, take flight. Realize that you don't need those crutches. And now look down, see the town below. And don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. Now let go, spread your realize that you don't need those crutches. And now look down, see the town below. Don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. And don't pretend it's not your time to let it go.
He's singing go. He's singing the flat 7 there. That's interesting. So it's a C7. Don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. very hanging in the air, which technically would want to go to the F, but he's not. Don't pretend it's not your time to let it go. I would not resolve there to the B flat, just to keep it open, to keep it flying instead of landing. And he chooses to go completely dry, which is one way to go. I would have opened up the reverb big time production-wise and just really make it big. I don't like this right here. Crutches, no, look. He's shortening the any more to have time to do Now Look Down. I would have either done an overlap production-wise or find another way to say it so that you can do the pickup. Because if you have a pickup and a line that ends on the downbeat, that's a problem. Are you going to pick up or are you going to have the line going on the downbeat? Realize that you don't need crutches. Now look down. It would have been nice to have that vocal line actually work as one and change the chorus so that the line with the crutches is shortened. So just do a different line there. That overlap where he's just not singing the anymore. I mean, if you're not singing it, then why have it? Okay. I would have changed the chorus in a way that it flows into the Now Look Down. That 1C is fucking brilliant. Go. Amazing. I think little tweaks with arranging, like for example on the, bass on the B flat. You could have done stuff, maybe a C minor in the chorus. Realize that you don't need those crutches anymore. Could have been nice just to introduce a different kind of feel, but it's not necessary because the song works this way. Because it's flying, it's floating, that's very simple. Those three chords, keep it open. There's no, complex chords like no super complex chords, which means you stick with triads, it stays open and honest. It's an amazing song. If I had produced this in the studio, we would have worked together to give it minor tweaks. Minor tweaks for maybe the rhyme scheme in the second verse, minor tweaks for maybe a chord here or there, a different bass line here or there. But what you've done, whatever your name is extremely good. Okay, this is an extremely good song. The string arrangement is beautiful. It's just, I had this in my head for days. I would buy an album, no questions asked. So that was it for Let's Talk Song, episode number 1. And I'll see you next week. Oh, animals at the end.
And you won't surrender to the blind leading the blind.